Item 10.
Item 10, joint proclamation designating Public Health Week, April 2nd through 8, 2008. Peggy Littleton, Commissioner, Board of County Commissioners.
I'd like to move the following proclamation, and we'll have our Board of Health folks come down if they would, please. Designating Public Health Week, April 2nd through the 8th, 2018, by the Board of El Paso County Commissioners and the El Paso County Board of Health. And Lojinos and I had the pleasure of voting on that this last week at our Board of Health meeting. So whereas the theme for National Public Health Week 2018 is the Healthiest Nation 2030, changing our future together. And whereas the Board of El Paso County Commissioners and the El Paso County Board of Health desire to encourage individuals in El Paso County to lead the healthiest lives possible. And whereas the mission of the El Paso County Public Health is to promote and protect public health and environmental quality across El Paso County through people, prevention, and partnerships. And whereas the vision of El Paso County Public Health is for all El Paso County residents who live a thriving community where every person has the opportunity to achieve optimal health. And whereas El Paso County Public Health promotes resiliency, community connectedness, and health to assure the well-being of our vulnerable populations and our youth from childhood through adolescence and beyond. And public health encourages healthy behavior and choices to make the healthy choice the easy choice for everyone. And whereas El Paso County Public Health works to build safe, healthy communities by developing policy and collaborating with partners across the county to ensure that health is a priority in designing our communities, from healthy housing to parks and playgrounds. And whereas El Paso County Public Health strives to protect our community from disease and to keep people healthy by investigating outbreaks and working with activities and programs that protect the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the places where we live, work, and play. And whereas the Board of El Paso County Commissioners supports the mission and activities of the El Paso County Public Health as it strives for a healthier future for our community. Now, therefore, be it jointly proclaimed by the Board of El Paso County Commissioners and the El Paso County Board of Health as follows. The week of April 2nd through 8th, 2018 is designated as the National Public Health Week 2018 in El Paso County, Colorado. Also, that El Paso County Public Health is encouraged to support appropriate activities in El Paso County to promote our National Public Health Week 2018. Done this third day of April 2018 at Colorado Springs, Colorado by the Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County and the state of Colorado. And done the 28th day of March, last week when Commissioner Gonzalez and I were there, 2018 at Colorado Springs by the Colorado El Paso County Board of Health. The Board of El Paso County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado, Darrell Glenn, President, Mark Waller, President Pro Tem, Stan Vanderwerf, Lojinos Gonzalez, and Peggy Littleton, members, attested to by Chuck Borman, County Clerk and Recorder, and also by the El Paso County Board of Health, Carrie Kilroy, President, and attested to by Dan Martindale, our Secretary.
Second.
Okay. So Dan, would you like to lead us off, and then Tom? And
yes. Well, thank you very much, Commissioners, President Glenn, for the time today to recognize National Public Health Week, more specifically here in El Paso County. I'd just like to make a few comments, if I may. I do have some members of our staff here that will actually be receiving an award here later on in the agenda. You made it.
They do.
You guys, you whizzed through that agenda, so we thought it would be a little bit later. But I have Brenda Heimbach, Susan Whelan, Danielle Aller, Shannon Rowe, Debbie, pronounce your last name? Clove. Robin Trujillo, and Tom Gonzalez. And I don't know if they're prepared to make any statements. I just didn't want to feel alone up here. So, so they're here in support of all of our staff. This Public Health Week, as was stated, is celebrated the first week in April of every year. El Paso County Public Health has 148 employees. We do activities in over 30 programs here for El Paso County residents. We take a collaborative approach as was mentioned in the proclamation by Commissioner Littleton, through people, prevention, and partnerships. And I'd like to add one, too, there in terms of community outreach. We really depend greatly on our community collaborations, partnerships, et cetera. We couldn't do what we do without them. I'd like to thank our Board of Health as well. 2 of our members are here on the commission, and the other 7 that really help us out in terms of guidance and governance for the programs that we are involved in. Most specifically, I really want to thank all of our staff. As I mentioned, our 148 staff that work tirelessly every single day, keeping our residents, that it continues to grow, safe and healthy, through many different programs, whether it be food safety, when you go out to a restaurant. I think a lot of times our residents may not even know that we have a public health department, because unless something goes wrong, nobody knows. And 99.9% of the time, if not more, things go right. So whether it be food safety, water and air quality, infectious disease control. You may remember last week, speaking of zoonotic diseases, the rage of the skunks. So we had 23, as of last week, 23 skunks that have tested positive for rabies. Close to the downtown area as well, we had skunks. So in terms of trapping, testing, surveillance, investigation, those sorts of things. Nutrition education, you may remember that we just opened a new WIC clinic in Southeast Colorado Springs. I believe it was back in January, if I'm not mistaken. Time flies. Family and health safety and education through our outreach programs, through our Nurse Family Partnership Program, where we have nurses actually go out to homes and meet with families and their young children, making sure their home is safe, making sure they're eating nutritious foods, et cetera, et cetera. Also a collaboration with Department of Human Services with our Healthy Children and Families program, where we actually go out with our nurses and also a caseworker with Department of Human Services, making sure, again, that the home is safe, there's no child abuse, et cetera, drug usage, those sorts of things, keeping that family safe. Addressing public health crises as well. You may know that we work very hard at suicide prevention. We have a couple programs as it relates to suicide prevention, tobacco education and prevention, obviously addressing up and coming public health issues such as the opioid crisis, just to name a few. And then we're very fortunate, as you know, and we're very proud of the fact that we're able to start really doing some more activities in Southeast Colorado Springs as it relates to health equity. We have the RISE Coalition now that we received a grant from the El Pomar Foundation, really having a citizen-led program down there so they can tell us what they feel some of the public health issues are to work on from that perspective. We also have public health planning, which we have a staff person that's dedicated to the built environment, working throughout Colorado Springs and El Paso County, but also in Southeast Colorado Springs in terms of walkability, healthy eating, active living, those sorts of things. And finally, just one more that I'd like to mention is also our birth and death certificates that we offer also through our vital statistics program. So these are just a few of the programs, excuse me, that we're involved in. And again, I want to thank you for recognizing the work that we do here in El Paso County. And thank you very much.
Okay. Any other comments?
Come on, Tom, Susan. I know we have people that are not too shy there.
Susan Whelan, Deputy Director of El Paso County Public Health. I'd like to mention that we are the first accredited health department in the state of Colorado, which I think is very significant, and we are going through the reaccreditation process here very soon. And I think that that's something to be very proud of. And I also wanted to mention that public health is part of a system. So it's not just the health department's responsibility. We have numerous partners, such as so many partners from county departments as well as city of Colorado Springs departments, the town of Fountain, that all make up the public health system. So I would like to recognize them as well as part of the public health system for Public Health Week.
Great. Thank you very much. Commissioner Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to give great thanks to all you guys. You've got a great team and staff, and they do great work. Most recently, coordinating with the EPA on that tire fire down in the south side of the Midway Carson fire. So, I've seen it in the little over a year that I've been on the Board of Health. You guys are doing a great job, so thank you.
Good. Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, thanks for letting us know about the reaccreditation. Perhaps some of the other commissioners knew that, but I didn't know that. But good luck on that. I think it's great that we are an accredited public health agency, and so I hope that is totally successful. Some of the things that we talk about frequently as commissioners, two of the kind of very, very important things that we deal with, public safety and public health. Mm-hmm. Those are the two things. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of it is about informing citizens about the risks that are in our community. So the Gazette article about the skunks with rabies or the new outbreak, had you not done your job to make sure that got out in the public domain, we might not know about it. And I don't necessarily run around trying to get bit by a skunk, but, yeah, when you see one, make an extra effort to stay away from them, right? But there's also other things that you do behind the scenes that people don't, really hear about that much. The food safety and inspection of restaurants and so forth, which is really important and helps keep the community on its toes about ensuring that we have a safe environment. And one last thing, I think Thursday, right? Injury and Violence Prevention Day, is that what it is? So, those are things I think that are important to me. Violence prevention. We have Child Abuse Awareness Month, here. And so violence is a tough issue in our community. And to the extent that we can help people with whatever their issues are to reduce the violence in our community, it's a wonderful task. So thanks for everything you do, and good luck on the reaccreditation.
Absolutely. Commissioner Lotan.
Thank you. Well, I just want to thank you guys for what you do. I thought it was kind of fun. Last week we talked about our increasing skunk population within the city of Colorado Springs, not just out in El Paso County. And we talked about, as we're looking at potential urban hunting of our overpopulation of deer, deer don't exactly prey on skunks. There's really not a natural predator for skunks. We might have to consider something unusual for all of our skunks. Also, I just wanted to thank you guys because I really, for my time that I've been on the Board of Health, have seen definitely an increased focus on preparedness for the Department of Health to be prepared for those things that we may not necessarily be able to prevent, but that come, whether that be through burning tires or through a disease outbreak or something that might come, and I really just appreciate it, and especially all of you have been so integral in that, and Tom for just taking a lead on that as well, for preparedness and for notification. So one of the things that I would remind people of, as I sit up here totally sunburned, peeling like a snake, is to remember to put on sunscreen. So be healthy, yes, be healthy, and do things that we know we're gonna need to do here in the future to prepare. And what a beautiful place to live. El Paso County has so many opportunities to maximize on our health, for the things we eat, the places we go, the opportunities to be outside. So thanks so much.
Great. Any additional comments? All right, I will call the roll. Commissioner Littleton.
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Aye.
Commissioner Waller.
Aye.
President votes aye. That passes unanimously. We'll stand in recess and take a picture.